Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm glad you found me. I go by Zeus Diary online. You know what? I've just decided that I need to be transparent for 2026. I need to come with an intention. Same a bit as how I built my luxury wishlist / mood board. When it comes to luxury handbags, it's really difficult for me to just put a picture and say, this is what I want. I'm a Hermes junkie, which means that when it comes to luxury bags budget, Hermes will always prevail compared to other brands. But it doesn't mean that I'm another brand snob. It's just a matter of how I approach spending my money on handbags. This said, let me give you a bit of insight as to what is happening here inside my head when it comes to bags. Let's just start with Hermes and get it out of the way. I think I have 3-4 bags that I'm hunting this year. The first thing, and that is my top priority, will have to be a Kelly vintage bag. And I think I'll go for a size 32 or a size 28. I'm not quite sure yet. Because it's vintage, I am at peace with it being with gold hardware. But then I will need it in a kind of jewel tone. Rouge Ash is my favorite red, so Kelly 32, Retourne box leather, or that would be chef's kiss. Or perhaps they have this dark blue that pops in here and then. And if I find like a dark green, like a vert anglais, that would be also fantastic. What I'm saying here is that I'm not interested in a black box leather with gold hardware kind of bag. I don't need that. I already have a vintage Constance 18, so I don't need something with the same specs. The other bag as well that I would love to snap, and you're going to be surprised here, guys, perhaps. It's a mini Verrou from Hermes. I know that the lock looks like a public toilet's lock, but I don't care. And here I am quite specific. I love it in chèvre leather. Most of the time it's in chèvre leather anyway. I don't want it in box leather because it happens as well to pop in box leather. And I want it in a fun color if I get the one with the chain. And I wouldn't even mind it in the Hermes orange, or like an electric blue. If I get it with the chain, then it's going to be like a bag that I take in the evenings, serving a purpose, but then with a fun pop of color. I think that the size permits that. Or with the canvas strap, it has to be this specific one. I think that the color is either sesame or gold. I'm not quite sure. And I know that that sounds strange because I struggle a lot with vivid brown, but I'll make an exception for that Verrou bag with these specs because I know exactly how I'm going to wear this and I'm going to rock it like if there's no tomorrow. I would like as well to get a CabaSellier in a small size or a double Sens. But then if it's a double Sens that I purchase, I don't want the Clemence leather, too heavy, too grainy. I like grained leather, but not like that. I would consider it in Swift, for instance, in a fun color combo, or the CabaSellier as well. We shall see. Another piece that I am hunting, but this is gonna be like a maybe, I shall see, is a Hermes market bag, a PM size. This is the only, let's say, bucket bag that I will allow myself to purchase. This one is gonna be in a fun color, ideally, and I don't want it with the gold hardware. I've seen one in orange at some point. That's what I'm after. And the last bag here that I'm kind of hunting, this is me as an opportunistic buyer, is a Vespa bag. But if I get the Vespa bag, I'll get the PM, the TPM version, but I want it with the palladium hardware, chaîne d'encre detailing, closure, and I want it in doublé, which is like the Hermes suede. And I think this is going to be fun because of the size, and it's going to be a way for me to experiment and to test as well something in suede from Hermes. If I get 2 out of, I don't know if it's 5 bags here, that is already a win for me. especially because I also have my special order to place. It hasn't happened yet. Can you believe it? But anyway, I think it's going to be around Aprilish for different reasons, story, line, and whatever to come. For now, those are the pieces I am contemplating. And as you can tell from the list, I'm going to go secondhand, vintage, pre-loved route because I just buy the things that I love, and that I like. Let's talk Louis Vuitton now. I would love me another mini Capucine. And I would love it in exotic, guys, because for me, that's the cutest thing to have in exotics. If I find a mini Capucine in exotic leather with the straps inside the bag, secondhand at a price that is decent, I'll most likely consider that. There is also a version that I tried out and that I missed out on. We cannot always win. If I found that one as well in the secondhand market, pre-loved market, I'll consider that. The third bag here for me has to be a Louis Vuitton Petite Malle. Now is the time. Enough is enough. I need to get a Louis Vuitton Petite Malle. Shall I go for the classic monogram one? Knowing that I'm not a monogram kind of girl, but maybe on the Petite Malle that's gonna work for me? And or shall I go for an exotic Petite Malle as well? You see, time will tell, but that's what I have in mind. There is another bag from Louis Vuitton that I want, and this is a bag that I have been in the hunt for the last 3 years at the very least. I just feel like this is a bag that is going to be fun to purchase whenever I go to Japan. I have a price point in mind. The ones that I see every now and then, if I were to pull the trigger, I'll be above the budget. So it's a no. It's just a fun piece to add, awkward, and it's an acquired taste. And I love me that. Now let's do Dior. I own one single Dior bag and I'm really happy with it. But I know that I want a Dior saddlebag. I used to own a Dior saddlebag in the kind of white creamy version with gold hardware, and that combo made me realize like the black beige white color with gold hardware doesn't work for me. So it wasn't the bag, it was the color hardware combo. So I'd love to get my hands on a Dior saddlebag. And I don't know if I will get it vintage or if I'll go for something funky from one random collection from back in the days. I don't know. It might not happen this year. It might happen next year, but I know that I'll have a Dior saddlebag in my collection. I quite enjoyed it. It's just a matter of finding the right combo that's going to work for me, and that is kind of funky. And the second bag from Dior that I am after is a Dior DeJoy, but I want a small Dior DeJoy. I tried on this version maybe a year and a half ago. It cannot get out of my mind. Drop dead gorgeous. So if this ever pops in, be sure that I'll be the one snapping it. That's one. If I manage to get that exotic piece, that is fine. Otherwise, there was a small version in, I think it was kind of purpley, one summer or yellow, with kind of candy-like Dior letters. If that one pops in as well in the secondary market, I'll be one of the ones bidding for it because I think that it will work fine as well in my collection. There's only one bag, one single bag that I'm seriously considering paying full price for. And I don't know what it is about that bag that just screams my name. And it's this bag from Phoebe Philo. And I tried it out, guys, in this dark chocolate brown. In the medium size. I love it. I tried the small one as well in black, but it's not small enough for me not to consider it being a medium bag. And also it's not big enough for me to use it as I intend to use the medium size one. And the bag is surprisingly light for its size. And again, I know that that bag will fit my iPad, will fit my notebook, and maybe a few bits and pieces. So that's what I liked about it. Oh, now let's close this chapter with the House of Bottega Veneta. That is one of Mama's favorites lately. There are two bags on my radar. The first one, again, is the Jodie in the medium size, the OG medium size, not the small that they call classic now and sometimes medium. No, I want the old medium size. I do not want it black. I want this Barolo version. It's calling my name, I'm telling you. That bag in those specs lives rent-free here in my head. Don't ask me why. I just need that bag in my life. And now I've reached a point where I am willing to pay the old retail price to get that bag, you know, which speaks volume when it comes to me being an opportunistic buyer. I will happily trade, for instance, the Andiamo medium that I purchased late last year for that Jodie. Now I know it, and also because I own the small Jodie, and I think I'll keep the small and the medium because they serve two different purposes. So that's it for Bottega Veneta Jodie. I know I'm obsessed with that one. And the second one is a Bottega pouch. I need this Bottega pouch in exotic leather with this skin here that you see here. That bag is a showstopper. I just love like the skin color combo of that pouch. Someone is currently selling it on Vestiaire Collective for $4,500. This is above my budget, but trust me, if I find it at less than $3K, I'm going to pull the trigger because that bag is stunning. Perhaps as well another one to consider for my Japan trip. Who knows? So yeah, guys, here you have it. The list of the bags that I'm kind of thinking of purchasing. And again, I am an opportunistic buyer. I am in no rush or what have you. What did you think? What do you find surprising? Let me know in the comment section, and let's wait and see what 2026 has in store for us. So that's going to be my video for today. I'm going to leave you there, and I see you in my next one. Bye.